All right, welcome back. It's our after show with Natalie Portman. Natalie Portman's Fables is out now, and Matthew McConaughey's book, Green Lights, just went to #1 on the nonfiction list. Congratulations to you both. Natalie, Jenny T wants to know what's been your proudest moment working with Time's Up? And do you think you helped the conversation start when you talked about pay inequality on No Strings Attached?
I don't know that I started anything. I definitely was part of a conversation that required, hundreds and thousands of women. I think the proudest moment has been so many of us coming together to start Angel City FC, which is not related to Time's Up, but so many of us met through Time's Up who were part of it, which is the female soccer team in Los Angeles that's launching in 2022.
That's
super
great.
exciting.
Matthew, Caleb B wants to know the best and worst thing about your mom living with you during the pandemic, and are you still trying to set her up with Hugh Grant's dad?
Yeah, the Hugh Grant's dad thing, that I don't know where that went, and then went off in the satellite. So now with quarantine, it's gonna be hard to set them up. Maybe we can set them up virtually. Best part, look, she is around her grandkids, my kids now, every single day, whereas beforehand she was seeing them maybe once every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So that's going to be invaluable for her and the kids. Hardest thing is this. If we don't have Kendall Jackson cold and ready to go at 6 o'clock, this is the hardest thing. She's a big reader. She's got in the habit of letting us know when she's on the last page of her last book that, oh, she needs another book. And we're trying to get across that, hey, it takes a while to get another book and get it sent here. So having books ready and having Kendall Jackson cold to 6 o'clock, that's the hardest part. If I take care of those, easy.
By the way, Matthew, I have to assume that it was was it a fight? I'm sure it was a discussion with your publisher about the print in your book being small, because that's an artistic choice that I have to assume you were behind, and publishers sometimes aren't into that. Was that tough for you to push that through?
It wasn't so much tough about the size, but I am a big font nerd.
Clearly.
I love fonts. So I went through all these fonts, and I have about 6 different types of fonts that are deliberately put in different places and through the book. But the fonts are really what I pushed hard on. The size, that was an easy discussion on that one.
Natalie, Rachel H wants to know if you think you still could do any of your Black Swan choreography.
If I had my husband's help, he was good at turning me because I can't really turn. So he would sit out of frame and just like twist me like that. So I could probably do that if he consented to be part of it.
Right. Matthew, Olivia B wants to know who's done the best and worst Matthew McConaughey impressions that you've seen.
Damon's great at them. Damon's really good. I mean, Damon could do something. I'll walk by and I go, "Am I on TV?" No, that's Matt.
Wow.
Who's done the worst ones? I know there's some bad ones out there, I'm sure, but Damon does a pretty good job. I mean, someone came to me a couple years ago about going, "Hey, Matt's curious if what do you think about those impressions?" I was like, "No, as long as he does a good one, I'm fine with it. It's a compliment, and he does them really, really well." So I'm like, "No, keep it up, Matt."
You know who did a horrible one deliberately was Lisa Kudrow in The Comeback. Did you ever see that?
No, she did an impression of...
Her character thought she was doing a good impression, Matthew McConaughey, but it was terrible.
Oh, really? No, I didn't see it.
It's really funny.
Okay.
All right, I want to thank Natalie and Matthew for hanging out with us tonight. Very fun. Go get both of their books in stores now. For more, click around BravoTV.com. Thanks, you two. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Natalie.